just in time. She's actually staying alive right there. Wow, catches the heal just in time. The sounds from Soraka managed to break out that Warwick channel, and then she just tumbled and flashed out of the way, got that heal, and actually stayed alive. But that was tenuous. That was great play by Soraka. Definitely, that was definitely great from Soraka. Basically kept her teammate alive because of all that. Was a wonderful job there. But I mean, it was great bait from UNR, but they didn't quite manage to get that one to happen. And so Complexity will keep their Vayne alive for now. But they're definitely doing some great high-level things right there, where they're baiting out these ganks, they're baiting out all these kills, and it's going to work very, very well for them. But Complexity getting themselves ready for a dragon attempt. Unfortunately, they're one hit late on killing that ward. It did turn invisible, but Complexity is 5 strong, and Rise is still stuck at top. And they almost got a kill on Misfortune. That flash from Malzahar did not quite come into range in time. Looks like Tempestual will take up that one, or sorry, Tempestual will pick up that kill with Feast, and they're going to be picking up that dragon right there. So that's going to be traded 1 for 1. As Warwick picked up the first one for Unrestricted, but Complexity firing right back, picking up one of their own. And no turrets have died just yet, as far as I can tell. So as far as total objectives go, the game is pretty much tied. The difference is, though, that you still have the kill advantage there, where Complexity is really falling short right now. They've only picked up 1. They've not really set up any other ganks. They've not set up any Fiddlesticks. I've not seen any Crow Storms, any Fears come out. So Fiddle's just been farming all game, and that's fine. Fiddlesticks is a great farming champion. He scales really well with ability power. He does great with that Crow Storm. Late game, he can really turn a team fight again. I think he's been counterpicked a little bit by the Unrestricted squad, but you never know, they can make this happen for themselves. There are always crazy things that can happen. When Crow Storm's involved, you can always make crazy things happen. If all the flashes are down for some reason, if Rupture is landed, if you get that chain silencing, if you get that fear on the key target, you can absolutely do some crazy things with Fiddlesticks. But it's going to be very, very hard for Complexity to make that happen. So again, mid lane, a little bit difficult for Complexity. Again, the turrets will pick up some of those kills every single time. So Pobelter definitely winning the mid lane as far as gold is concerned. He's certainly got more kills. He got that first blood on that Fiddlestick at the very beginning of the game. They got the kill on Malzahar twice in the meantime. And yeah, I mean, it's playing very, very well for them. A bit of a misrupture there from Tempestual, getting a little bit low, but Nike with no mana, of course, doesn't have the ability to really push him around very well. But here comes Warwick from the side, gonna jump onto this guy, and wow, he's getting hit very, very hard. Can they chase this one down? There comes the ignite, there comes the damage output, and yes, Cho'Gath will drop down. This guy, as I called him earlier, working very, very well for Unrestricted. They have definitely picked up that kill. Ginseng coming in, and wow, the early ultimate coming on from that Zillion, gonna get a lot of damage dealt to him, but will it time out first? It actually times out. He cast it too early. He was afraid of getting ulted by that Malzahar, getting feared by Fiddlesticks, and that kill will come in, and indeed, I was talking about it just a second ago. Yes, Fiddlesticks can make things happen, and indeed he did right there make great things happen for his team, so they're going to be happy about that one. Second kill picked up for Complexity. The jungler's making things happen in both these situations. The spam coming out from Misfortune going to push that lane down to that turret. Of course, going to make Complexity have to be afraid, as they don't want to get dropped down by this aggression, but they're going to be okay. They will defend that turret for now. And of course, they know Fiddlestick's Crowstorm is down, and Warwick's ultimate probably as well. So basically, UNR feels safe playing hyper aggressive because they know they can't get Crowstormed on, and they're not worried about the rest of that lane. But meanwhile, Complexity should be afraid of Warwick a little bit. Certainly, they managed to get that silence on the first time, but in the rest of the lanes, we saw, he ganked that Malzahar, got that kill early on, ganked that Cho'Gath just now, got that kill as well. He's ganked all the lanes, but only Soraka's been able to keep them alive through that. So, it's going to be a little bit scary there. Pobelter just throwing out that damage. He's got that death cap already. So he's pretty much maxing out his early game damage output. Doesn't even have cooldown reduction or magic penetration boost. Just goes, no, I want ability power. I'm going Doran's rings and just crushing faces that way. And you can see damage output quite strong there. He's picking up a lot of these, and that's just glorious for him right now. It's absolutely just wonderful for the Zillion. And you can see that Pondars though. One of the cool things about Malzahar is he finally got to happen this time. Is that Voidling will tank those minion waves. So if the minion wave does crush down to that turret, you can stop it short by getting a Voidling out there and having it take the minion wave and just last it with, you're basically fighting just nothing but minions by yourself. You're going to get all that gold there, no problem. That's going to be marvelous. Cho'Gath is back in lane for Complexity. He's going to do what he can there. Malzahar still staying in mid. They've not really broken those lanes very much. They came together once. Oh, the aggression at bottom lane is strong right there. Both teams picking up a kill. Vayne did push in and try to pick one up, and they got the kill back on Soraka. And Vayne's still staying low. Misfortune will not quite push in, though she wants to. Looks like Warwick coming around the side. Will he push on? He's got the blood set, but no. It looks like Complexity will get back to their turret just in time. Both supports died, and looks like actually the carries for both teams did pick up those kills. So supports each died. Carries got 300 gold apiece. Not too bad, really, in that case. Certainly, I think you want to trade kills if you're Complexity right now. Unrestricted, though, picking up the first turret kill of the game. Wonderful job by Misfortune and by Warwick picking up that turret kill. Going to be really, really nice for them. They really do want to pick up those great advantages. And in the next 2 minutes or so, a minute and a half, the Dragon will respawn. And Unrestricted, I think, you know, the ball's in their court. They're in the advantage of this game, and they've got to make the move. They've got to make sure that they get these Dragons, they get these turrets, and they don't give away free champion kills. And ultimately, I think they did a good job of that. I think they really did allow themselves to, you know, trading kills not the end of the world for Unrestricted. I think they're okay with that. Accelerating their carry is not a bad way to make a game end, even if the enemy carry is accelerated as well in gold. That if you're winning, you can make the game come to a big climactic battle very quickly by building select farm champions. Now you don't want Malzahar to be farmed if you're Unrestricted. That's going to be really, really bad for you. But Vayne is a champion you can shut down, right? They have great heals coming in from that Soraka, but that's the only thing, right? You can't really out-heal Zillion Time Bomb Burst. You can't really out-heal, you know, a Sona Giant Stun. So there are a lot of cases here, and you can see, again, Complexity doing a wonderful job here of coming down into those fights. You can see Fiddlesticks coming in to support. They're going to clear out some wards the best they can. I think Cho'Gath should come down, because that will respawn, and there it is. The Dragon has respawned, and Cho has not come down from top lane yet. But looks like he's recalled and he's coming in through now, so he's going to do the best he can. Complexity will try to zone out UNR from taking that Dragon over until Cho can show up, and you can see he's running towards mid lane. He's coming towards this Dragon best he can. There are neighboring wards right there going to be keeping themselves company. The legacy of Jack will live on as they move on to try to take over this Dragon, and yep, UNR is going to pull it. They're going to go for this while Cho is still a little bit far away. Fiddlesticks is behind the wall. He can cross from. No, they've actually realized that Complexity is coming in from the side. They're going to pull back there. 5v5, both teams baiting each other around this Dragon. Fiddlesting, a full screen away the entire time, does want to get that Crow Storm without getting interrupted by Warwick or by Sona. And it's going to work so far pretty okay. But they're getting themselves a Wizard buff. And that's going to be really, really good. It's going to go to Vayne, and they really, really want that. It's going to be wonderful for them. They have picked that up for themselves. And what better timing is for a Dragon fight to have red on a chasing champion. That is wonderful for Complexity, absolutely. Once again, the attempt on Dragon is made. Unrestricted going for that. They've kept a lot of their team in the brush, though. They should know this is happening. Complexity should be aware. They have clairvoyance. They do know where everyone is. They're going to move on. They see Rise, but Rise with the Banshee's Veil is not easy to chase down, so they're not too worried about that, actually. But they're going to keep pushing forward, actually. They're actually making a lot of headway throughout the map. They've actually pushed UNR back across the game, and I've said this, they've actually about 4 times in a row, every single sentence. But they've built themselves a little bit of a map lead now. They've certainly built position advantage, and again, UNR going for that Dragon, but no. Oh, Cho'Gath, you've been caught alone, but he's actually baiting really, really bad position. Look at that, Rye's going to get caught. It looks like Zillion will as well. You've got to be careful on this Vayne. And this Fiddlesticks again staying behind the lines, waiting to cross storm in. They want to bait this fight right where it is now, actually. They can bait the fight to happen right here. This is going to be wonderful for them. And there comes the dance. Pooh Bear in bad shape, and wow, the damage output is massive. The heal's going to come out from Strock as best they can. And there comes the Crow Storm. They have found Rise, and Rise will go down. First kill of this fight, going to Complexity. But they're going to try to chase down this Fiddlesticks down to 12 health. They picked up the Vayne. That is a great pickup to get. This Misfortune will continue to chase down with Strut. Oh, the bounce comes off, but Ginseng has already been healed once, otherwise would have died. Pondar is dropping down to that Vladimir. That is 3 kills for nothing. That Cho did fall, and now it's going to be a nice kill onto this Dragon. 3 for 1. We've got a 4v2 right here, and you can't stop Dragon on a 4v2. You cannot make that happen. And they're going to be in great shape. They're going to pick that one up. UNR is such an advantage right now. Certainly 4 kills for Complexity, but they've built, you know, double-digit advantage kills for themselves. 2 dragons to 1, and finally 2 turrets. 2 turrets to none, so UNR really building themselves an advantage here. Unrestricted, just in great shape. They're absolutely in great shape. And we're going to see how they can pick this up. They certainly, they want to win this game. We've passed the 20-minute mark. Certainly no surrenders have gone out just yet. And they are looking forward to trying to clinch themselves a berth into the WCG USA Grand Finals. Top 4 teams go, and this is one of those 4. The winner of this game is going to be one of those 4. And I believe there are only 1, maybe 2 qualifiers left. I forget if it's 1 or 2, but certainly running down. Chickstig Elo, the Team Solo Mid, and Counterlogic Gaming Hybrid has already qualified one of the slots. I don't know if the second one was already grabbed. If so, I missed it. Sorry for that one. But Unrestricted in great shape right here. Going to move on and go for a Baron attempt. But they've been spotted by Complexity, and this is very unsafe. They've caught Shogath a little bit. He's taking a little bit of CC, and Rise will keep chasing through, putting out some nice damage, but he's not too worried about that. He's got base heal and Mercury Treads, 147 magic resist. Not too scary for that Rise. So let us see. Now it's Complexity who's standing in the middle of the Baron, but they're just going to clear wards out, of course. So they've cleared the vision out there. They've killed the site wards. Another one comes down immediately from Unrestricted, and they're fine with that. Actually, they're going to keep themselves in great shape here. And they're gonna actually pool towards mid a little bit. I don't think Baron's gonna be done so early this game. I think neither team is really ready to do that. But let's see what they can do about this. Looks like yeah, Complexity will pool towards mid. Cho'Gath will jump right back towards top. There's nothing really for Fiddlesticks to kill. There's a couple of little spots right there. They can get maybe the rays or those little mini golems at the bottom, but really there's nothing massive. Once you're in 27 minutes into the game, you really got to be very careful about where you roam. You see the giant, massive ward coverage for Complexity at the top of the map. You see you've got about 4 wards covering Baron and top, and that's going to allow Cho'Gath to farm top whenever he wants and actually spot incoming ganks because he has that turret there to run to. His team can react in time and come down as well. So Complexity actually building themselves top lane as a farm spot, and I think they should be using it, but they've actually pulled Cho'Gath back towards mid. He's going to be running a 5v4 as Zillion has recalled. He's going to have to run back down and regroup with his team. And let's see if they can do this. Complexity, 5 strong. Fiddlesticks not in a surprise position, is definitely just in full view. And wow, Malzahar playing aggressive. But here comes Warwick. He's going to jump onto Malzahar. Malzahar going to take a lot of damage. Sounds comes out, but here comes the dance as well. Malzahar getting blown up. Will die to a time bomb most likely. But here comes the Fiddlesticks, and he's done a fair amount of damage, but he's getting blown up right now by Rise. One more Q comes out. That is a kill right there. Fiddlesticks not in great shape. Complexity going to keep chasing down. Pooh Bear in bad shape. Will pick up that kill onto Rise, but UNR picking up, looks like 2 kills for 1. Actually, 3 kills for 1. And wow, they're going to keep chasing now this. Oh, Shogun is actually alive right now. He's been revealed by Warwick. Warwick will chase down. Will he pick up this kill? Yes, he will. Picking that one up with Q. And I think they picked up this. Yes, they got Straka as well at the back there. So I don't see anyone alive for Complexity. And in fact, they did in fact lose 1 for a full ace. And that's going to be a great chase for Unrestricted. They lost Rise. That's too bad. But they picked up 5 kills for 1. And that's an advantage you want to build for yourselves. That is great for these guys. And they are looking super strong right now. Level 17, Abyssal Scepter picked up on level, yeah, that's been picked up on that Zillion. Just that extra magic resist reduction, gonna really help his damage output scale into this game. Where the low MR ones like Vayne, like Malzahar, like Fiddlesticks, those are gonna take pretty much true damage from those time bombs. Cho'Gath not, going to be so worrisome. The Soraka, of course, does lend magic resist to her team, which is powerful, but ultimately it's not done so much. We've just seen Rise and Malzahar, Rise and Zillion just throw out damage in these team fights, and Soraka's not been able to stymie that really at all, or stymie that at all. So, that's just powerful for this Unrestricted team, where they've built very powerful magic damage comp, and they do have Misfortune in the back lines. Throwing out physical damage as well. Of course, has that ultimate magic damage as well, but certainly more picked as a physical carry, and that's really powerful.